this first demo, we're just going to do some general loosening of this upper quadrant here. So we're going to take into consideration the neck, the upper traps, right, the rhomboids, the infraspinatus on the back of the scapula, and the teres muscle here, which is very key in shoulder tightness and imbalance, and posterior deltoid, along with the more superficial big muscles of the upper back, the trapezius, right? And to a certain extent, the upper portion of latissimus as it comes up and defines the back of the armpit here, the back of the shoulder girdle. So this is what we're going to do. So, and we all have our own style, okay? And I'm not trying to dictate things, but what I'm trying to just show you is how I work it. That's all I can do. And so after some initial contact, I'm just trying to do some general loosening before I get overly specific, just to loosen the body, but also all these loosening techniques, compression and things, are a form of you getting some information about what shape they're in, right? How responsive they are, how much pressure they can take, how their joints and body parts move or not. So there's all this assessment going on. And also too, stance-wise, you know, for me, working like this is a losing proposition, all right? First of all, when you move, standing still, this is great, because it's stable. But once you start moving, it's unstable. You can't shift your weight in this position. You can't really utilize your body weight in this position. So what happens is you start relying on your arms, and then your shoulders start tightening, your elbows get sore, your wrists get tight. And that's all symptomatic from you're not using what you have. And what you have is your body weight. You know, so this simple movement of this makes a big difference in the contact here. So this is what we start with, you know, like that's the foundation, is like how you have your body mechanics. So then you can come in and just do some general assessment of the body, and whatever that is, and however much time you have. But I would suggest that you do a little loosening first before you do anything else. Okay. Just going to do a little stretching here, just to get a sense of openness. One thing about upper trapezius is that it's always tight. But also too, when it tightens, it has a tendency to curl forward. See, that's why it's so tight here. It's curling forward. So loosening it is one thing, but also initiating some movement back is another thing, because it has attachments right behind the clavicle. So when it tightens, it pulls towards its attachment. So it can aid in not only tightness here, but it can also start to go like this. So it can add a little lift along with levator that causes tightness in the shoulder. So just some nice movement here, right? Just to get some gentle loosening. And I'm always conscious of using my body weight, because that takes the strain off of my upper torso. When I'm using my body weight more, my shoulders stay down more. Because if I'm doing this same move, shoulders go up. This tightens, this tightens, this tightens. My head tightens. You know, my brain tightens about it because it seems too difficult. Don't want it to be hard. I want to be free so I can focus on the work and my